This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful website. So I actually woke up at like 6 something a.m. I just haven't been getting really good sleep over the last like week or so. It was like my first week back from vacation, so it just, that just throws you all off. Speaking of vacation, I got some of this passion fruit tea from this store called Spicy Caribe. And I'm really excited to try it. I've just got it steeping here in my mug. It's been a couple of minutes, so I think it might be ready. Oh, but this thing is kind of hot. Almost tastes like if you get a black tea and put a little sugar in it, and I guess that makes sense because it has the natural sweetness from the passion fruit in here. Today's actually pretty chilled, which I always appreciate for a Monday, and on a week that's going to be very busy, as you'll see later in this video. We talked with 2 people from our team that put our heads together last week to plan for Thursday. Yeah, exactly. And then fall, yeah, exactly. Putting a link to the document I'm going to share in the chat. I am just about to have my last call of the day in 15 minutes, and it's going to be an internal focus group. So usually we'll do client focus groups where we take people, at the client's company and we do some tests with them of different things that we're developing. This time we're adding in like an internal focus group, which we'll do from time to time when we just feel like we need more perspectives on something. There are always things that are scoped out in the project, but then as you continue working through it, you might discover that you just want to do a little bit more research that is ultimately going to help the project in the end. So some of the really important skills to keep and develop as a consultant is just always thinking, what can we do to make this better? Obviously without doing work for free, if that makes sense, but taking 30 minutes to an hour to just huddle together some different people in the business to talk about some client work could be really beneficial. So that's what we're going to do. My role on this internal focus group is just going to be to help take notes and present, and then we've got a couple other people on the call who are going to lead through our line of questions for this focus group. It's about 8 a.m. and I am dressed, up today because I am going to a client meeting. It's in the city, so I don't need to travel or anything for it. Yeah, the meeting's not until 11, but I have some calls in the morning before that, so gonna go head into the client office, take my calls from there, and then I'll be ready for my meeting today.
Emily, you weren't such an innocent little doe lost in the woods yourself.
How are you?
Good to see you again.
Okay, I have literally a minute before I should go over to my other meeting, but I just finished taking some calls. I moved into a little conference room here so I could have some more privacy on the phone calls. And now I am going to go over and facilitate a facilitator training. So I'm going to train some people who are going to help roll out the workshop later today. So the people I'm training are part of the client company. They're not from they're not on my consulting team. They're people at the client so that they're equipped and ready to help train people, and then that way in the future they can train people, so it kind of helps the client become self-sufficient with the workshop and the materials we built for them, and we're kind of able to hand it off to them. So I am going to go just finish save things on my computer and head over to the conference room where the training portion is going to take place. So my workshop went well, and I'm now walking over to Pier 57 for a little date night. Dane's walking with me. I'm gonna be traveling for the rest of the week, so we figured we should just go out and do something tonight. So I think it's called Pier 57, but they've got like, it's like a new thing, I believe, and there's like a food court and I literally have no idea what's there, so we will find out together. So if you're going to Pier 57, you need to go there before 8 p.m. because they close at 8 p.m. We like got our food and literally we're eating for 5 minutes, and then someone just came up to us and said that the market hall was closing. They didn't even give us any warning. So now we're just sitting outside on a little bench on West Side Highway. It's okay. Luckily the weather today is nice. It's not too windy outside. So just gonna finish my dosa out here. Good morning. I have been on two straight hours of calls. Got another call coming up in literally a minute, then I get a little break before a big block of calls, or actually it's just one long call in the afternoon. We do have a new person on for the call today. Just wanted to cover two main things. So I'm gonna fly from Nashville to DC. It was interesting because when we went through our prep and all right, so it is 2:30 p.m. and I am on a call, but there's nobody else in the room with me right now because I have sent everybody out to breakouts. Basically, yesterday we did like a workshop in person, right, for the client. This is a virtual version with some of the people who couldn't come in person. So there are different breakout groups with like 7 to 10 people in each of them and facilitators. And I've sent them all out and I'm kind of just like making sure that everything runs smoothly. So if people have technical difficulties, and then I'm also just keeping track of time and sending messages out to the breakout rooms when they need to move on to like the next section of the workshop. I am like going through the different breakout rooms here and there just to like check in on them and see how things are going. But I'm gonna just like do some other work and multitask while I'm in this session because I have the time. Oh my gosh, it's almost 11 p.m. and I just got to the hotel. I am in Nashville now and I've got a meeting tomorrow with a client, obviously. So it's like actually an all-day meeting. So the meeting starts at 8:30. So I'm gonna meet my coworkers down in the lobby at like 7:45 tomorrow. That meeting's gonna be all day and it's essentially a design session. It's near the beginning of the project and we've got a workshop that we're doing and rolling out at the end of July. And so today's like, not today, tomorrow's like the first session where we're really gathering all the content and just making sure we're on the same page of what information needs to be at the workshop. I also need to finish editing a video, so I'm gonna try to just do that really quick, maybe in like less than an hour, and then I'm going to get ready to go to sleep and have an early morning tomorrow. A little editception because I was just editing a different video in the clip you saw. Now I am editing the video you're watching. But anyway, I'm popping in here to tell you about this video's sponsor, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform to build a beautiful website, but also to build your brand online. Not only do they have templates for every type of website, from blogs to portfolios to restaurants, but they also have really helpful tools which will help you connect to and understand your audience better, which will help you grow your presence online. Squarespace is always my go-to when I'm creating a website. Most recently, I've used it for my podcast, Samcha Podcast, which I host with two of my friends, Dear Saturdays and Glue Glue Gloss. We took an existing template and then customized it with our branding, added some fun photos that we took, and of course, all of our podcast episodes are available there for you to listen to. I also use Squarespace for my own website and blog, which I am hoping to transform into a bit of a travel guide destination. Right now, it is a bit more of my general site, but I have a London guide on there, a Santorini guide, and I have plans for other guides to come as I continue traveling. Some of the features I've taken advantage of are social media integration, all of the blogging tools like scheduling, customizing your blog posts, as well as site analytics, which helps me understand the demographics of my site's audience, and ultimately all of that helps me best optimize my content. I think above all for me, I love how easy it is to use Squarespace. It's so user-friendly and your site is going to look amazing no matter what. So if you're interested in trying out Squarespace, then go to squarespace.com/kchoi to get a free trial, and when you're ready, you can use my code kchoi to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Check the description box for all that info, and now let's get back to the vlog. So I don't know yet if I'm gonna wear this jacket because this client is like a little more casual, but this is the only jacket I brought. So I don't know, I'll have the jacket on because it might be cold, but might not wear it much today. Also, this is like the exact same top and pants I wore yesterday. So getting really creative here with my client meeting outfit. Just remembered that I need to turn on my out of office. I always do this when I'm at like a client meeting all day. And that way, you know, people know that I'm not going to be answering my emails right away. Oh my gosh, so I was on my flight from Nashville to DC, or yes, DC. Obviously, I am like all over the place right now, but I completely forgot to vlog all day, which, I mean, I guess I wasn't really planning to because I was gonna be in a client meeting literally all day. It was from 8:30 to 5, but I was just like on the plane, I was like kind of sleeping, and I woke up and I was like, I literally have not picked up my camera since the morning. But anyway, meeting went well with the client, and now I am in the DC area and have another client meeting tomorrow morning. This one is just 3 hours, so it's like a half-day meeting, and then I'm taking the train back to New York. Here are a bunch of posters these are like flip chart posters from my meeting today. As you can see, there's a lot of information here that we've gathered. So yeah, this is gonna be the bulk of what will help us develop the workshop we're creating. So I gotta take these home and transcribe them. I took photos too, but I just, like with handwriting, sometimes it's like I don't want to be squinting and looking at a photo. This shower is really nice. Anyway, it's like almost 1 a.m. and I got here at a little after 11 p.m. and then I met my coworkers in the hotel lobby, and then we were just like wrapping up, like making finishing touches to our presentation for tomorrow that we're gonna present to the client. So a little bit of a late night tonight. We're gonna meet at 8:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna start washing up now and getting ready for bed. It is finally Friday of what feels like such a long week. As I mentioned, I'm wearing basically the same outfit. I do have a different pair of pants that are slightly less casual than the ones I wore yesterday. Got my booties on. This jacket, it's from Michael Kors. I think I got it at Nordstrom Rack like years ago, like in the 2010s. But I just never really wore it until recently. But yeah, I'm glad I got it. I think it's very classy. And then this is like a short sleeve khaki colored shirt. And this is what we're going with today. I'm very excited to go home tonight. So the meeting went really well today. We were a little bit, nervous, I think, because it was like a fast-moving project with so much work. But overall, the client was really happy, and hopefully, we can continue continue on to like the second phase of the project. But anyway, I'm at the train station now in DC, and I just stepped outside because my coworker, who's been to DC many times, she just told me I had to come outside the train station to look around because the architecture is just really beautiful, and then you get a view of the Capitol building. So just getting some fresh air, taking in the sights before heading back.